The unbelievable happened after raising her child on a diet with no carbs and sugar. This story is about a woman called Shannon Cooper. Aside from being a health and wellness coach, she happens to be a caring mother as well. In 2014, she gave birth to a little girl. Parents make certain decisions for their children, but she decided to make one that was quite different from the rest. You see, she decided to raise her child on a diet without carbs and sugar. You might know it as the paleo regimen. People criticized her for making such a huge and unusual decision, but she proved them all wrong once everything was said and done. The results shocked everyone. A health enthusiast, Cooper has always been interested in diet and nutrition. Among other things, she would research what food does to our bodies. This interest has been a huge part of her adult life. It is the reason she decided to raise her daughter in the way that she did. This was not just an experiment for her. Cooper wanted to feed her daughter a paleo diet from the moment she was born. Grace, her baby, was not going to eat baby food in jars as most kids do. Many people have expressed their disapproval of her plan, but this mother was determined to make this work even though it was not going to be easy. You might have heard people call the paleo diet the caveman diet. In the past, those who follow it would only eat what people from the Stone Age did. This meant eating a diet of fruits, veggies, meat, and fish. In 2010, Cooper tried it out for the first time. It went on to change her life forever. Cavemen indeed had a rather healthy diet. Still, this is not enough to say that they lived much healthier lives than we do now. The paleo diet, for one thing, cuts out legumes, dairy, and grains. These are things that are now deemed essential part of our diets. Was this really going to work? Cooper made sure to check with professionals before she did this. She asked for the medical opinion of a pediatrician. She was handed a warning telling her to proceed with her plan with caution. This did not deter her, however. She was intent on raising her daughter on a diet from the get-go. She did make an exception for the first several months. Cooper breastfed Grace to ensure that the child would grow strong and healthy. This was all right since she was already on the paleo diet herself. We all know what they say, you are what you eat. Despite this, the learning curve was still there. All children have to make the transition from mother's breast milk to solids and baby formula. Cooper did not follow the recipes developed by Pete Evans, the renowned paleo chef. She did not feed Grace jarred baby food. This mother wanted to rely on principles of the diet, even this early on. Cooper made sure to provide her daughter a rich diet and all the wholesome nutrients that growing kids need. She just ensured that the food would be free of preservatives and sugar. This mom did not use processed food either. How exactly did this diet affect her daughter? Read on to find out. Her daughter ate a ton of fruits and veggies. However, Grace has not tried sugary treats and carbs. It was, all in all, a restrictive diet. Others were concerned whether the young girl was getting the nutrients that she needed. The only thing they could do was wait and see if the diet was doing her any good. Cooper has claimed that her daughter has only caught a mild cold once in her life. This allegedly took place when she was still a little girl. Even though Grace is always in the presence of sick children, she had never gotten anything else from them. Her mother thinks that credit goes to the paleo diet. Thus far, Cooper has raised her daughter on the paleo diet with great success. However, she herself knows that this might not always be the case. After all, it was only natural that Grace will encounter food that the diet does not allow. The mom said that she would let her child decide once the time comes. On her blog, Cooper said, "I take what I like from different food approaches and recipes and adapt it to suit what makes me feel good. This is a good rule to apply to any diet." She added, "Females particularly have enough problems with eating disorders. I want Grace to eat what makes her feel good." You might not have realized it, but many of our rules about food are societal constructs. While it is a human concept to set time for meals, Cooper follows them loosely. She said, "I feel like I can eat more intuitively rather than just eating because it's lunchtime, etc. I listen to my body and hunger signals." Even though Grace is still young, Cooper makes an effort to initiate open conversations about the lifestyle they follow. She holds on to hope that her child is going to learn a lot from these discussions. Hopefully, Grace would be able to make smart and informed decisions about her life in the future. You should take a look at her blog if you want to learn more about nutrition. On My Food Religion, Cooper shares different recipes that involve features of a variety of diets. She also teaches private classes and workshops. If you're interested in learning how to make healthy food and change your lifestyle for the better.